Multiplying polynomials. So for multiplying polynomials where you have multiple terms within parentheses, you essentially are going to distribute all terms in the first expression to all the terms in the second expression. I'm going to expand all this out so you see what's happening. In this case, we're going to focus on binomials. Bi meaning two, so we are going to have two-term expressions that we're going to multiply. So our first term is a plus 7. Our second polynomial is a minus 5. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to take this first a in the first parentheses, and we are going to multiply it by everything in that second parentheses. Then we're going to take that plus 7, and we're also going to distribute it to everything inside those parentheses. So we can write all this out. I'm going to draw arrows instead. A times a is a squared. A times negative 5 is negative 5a. 7 times a is 7a. And then 7 times negative 5 is negative 35. I have like terms here. These two middle pieces both have a's, which means I can put them together. That is a negative 5, and that is a positive 7. That will give me plus 2, positive 2a. So we get a squared plus 2a minus 35. And that would be your answer. There is a trick that some teachers teach. It's called a FOIL method. It is a very specific method. It does all the same work, but it's tricks to, I guess, make things go faster. If you take this same problem, a minus 7 times a minus 5, you can draw arrows. So a times a times negative 5, that's what I just did right here in the first two terms of the expression. Then they do the same thing with the 7. Positive 7 times a, positive 7 times negative 5. That is the same exact thing I did here in the second half of the expression. So the answer is the same. It's just a shortcut on how to get there. If you could do mental math and keep track of it, then you could probably do that. So now we'll talk about a special case, conjugates. So a conjugate, two conjugates look like this, a plus b and a minus b. So pretty much they have the same terms, but one's positive and one's negative. This is that case. X plus 11 times x minus 11. It doesn't matter which method you multiply, we're still going to distribute. I'm going to write it out because I want to make sure this makes sense. So if I take the x, I'm going to multiply it by both of those pieces in the x minus 11. X times x is x squared. X times negative 11 is negative 11x. Now if I take this positive 11, I'm going to multiply that again by everything in the second parentheses. 11x minus 121. So this process you do with trinomials, it doesn't have to be two terms. The process that I'm showing you will work for everything. Here's the fun part. You still have two terms that combine. Negative 11 plus 11, that gives you 0. This will always work. If you have conjugates that you are multiplying, these middle terms will always give you 0 every time. So if that's 0, then they're gone, which means your answer is just x squared minus 121. That would be your final answer. So the last example I want to do is squaring a binomial. So you have to take your time with these things. When you square something, it pretty much just means you're taking that expression in parentheses and you're rewriting it 2 times. 9a minus 5 times 9a minus 5. So we're going to distribute it all. We're going to take this 9a and we're going to multiply by everything in the second parentheses. Then we're going to take this minus 5 and we're going to multiply by everything in the second parentheses again. So your second parentheses is 9a minus 5. So it can get a little confusing. So first part, 9a times 9a, we get 81a squared. 9a times negative 5 is negative 45a. And the second piece, negative 5 times 9a is negative 45a. Negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. This is very easy to make a mistake. That is a negative minus. So negative 45 means you're moving left. Minus 45, that's also moving left. You do not cancel these out. These get added together because they're the same signs. So that will give you negative 90a. We bring down the 81a squared. We bring down the positive 25. None of these are like terms. All of this stays like that. That is your final answer.